Good morning again. This is part 6 of the full story. By the way, I received an email this morning from the Charity Commission for England and Wales. I had sent them the full copy of the court order. Now, normally the Charity Commission in England wouldn't deal with Ireland because they don't have jurisdiction here. However, they did note that Watchtower Britain oversees Watchtower Ireland. So they've looked at the court order and they very kindly said that they would send me a copy of the report when they'd done it. So they will keep us updated. So in 2011, my case in defamation was struck out and my appeal wasn't heard. So there was nothing I could do about it. However, we come to December 2012 and I was looking for another copy of the Elders textbook and I couldn't find it. I think Watchtower had managed to get it taken off the internet. However, I did find one page and this was regarding marginal notes. And here it is. And it seems that elders in their secret elders meetings are given additional rules to what's published in their elders textbook. And elders write these down in the margins of their secret elders textbook. Now this one was really shocking. And it's about what they can put on the S77 forms that they fill out if you're disfellowshipped. And they are not allowed to write down any comments referring to directions from the society. They're not allowed to suggest that somebody with a critical eye had influenced the committee, and they were not allowed to write down any errors they had made or anything that they might have done which mishandled the case. And I'm sure you'll be able to find this on the internet somewhere. It shocked me so badly that the nightmares became bad. My heart went into atrial fibrillation again. I ended up at the doctor with atrial fibrillation in the heart. My potassium levels went too high, which is dangerous. Anyway, I recovered enough and I thought, I'm not going to let them do this. They cannot hide their errors. They claim in their public literature that they're not like the Catholic Church. They wouldn't hide an elder's errors. They wouldn't sweep it under the carpet. So that's what they must stick to. So I took another legal case against them, this time in personal injury. And this time I named the Watchtower Society as a defendant. So Watchtower, of course, took a motion to get my case struck out. This is tactic number 1. And it came before the judge in the 28th of March 2014. Now, they had pleaded that they do not have a duty of care and that the matter is not justiciable. That means that the court doesn't have jurisdiction to deal with religious matters in the courts. And to a certain extent, Watchtower was correct about that. However, the duty of care argument was so wrong. They have a judicial system. They have children under their authority. They have an enormous duty of care. And I was able to explain this to the judge, and the judge agreed. So that argument regarding not having a duty of care did not arise again in any further judicial hearings. However, this is where the barrister for Watchtower stated to the judge that Watchtower Society uses the inquisitorial system of judging and that an accused person would be informed in broad terms. Well, now, the first part was not true. Watchtower Society does not use the inquisitorial system of judging, but the barrister was trying to get around my solicitor's letters, which stated that Watchtower went against the Constitution when they failed to tell me what I was accused of and failed to allow me a defence. So this, they believed, would explain away and would allow them to use these unfair procedures. Now, the judge looked at the case, and you must remember that these hearings are really short and you're not allowed to say very much. And he looked at the injury of 2009 when I was hospitalised, ignored the nervous shock of 2012, and he said to me, he was very kind actually, and he said, look, he said, I think you're out of time here. So he ruled me out of time, that is statute barred. And so he dismissed the case. Well, I appealed that, but I'll discuss that in the next video. I'm sorry this is such a long story, but thank you so much for watching.